Welcome to the Culinary Recipe Creations channel, you guys. Have you lot got the brains and the palate to handle the heat in here? Today we're diving headfirst into the top 5 cooking videos that went viral, spreading like wildfire across the internet. We're talking recipes so damn delicious, so ridiculously easy, even you lot at home couldn't mess it up. Stay tuned to find out what made these recipes so irresistible to foodies everywhere. Let's get cooking. First up, we've got that Dalgona coffee, remember that? Lockdown hits, everyone's stuck at home, bored out of their minds, and BAM! This frothy, caffeinated cloud takes the world by storm. And you know why? Because it's bloody brilliant, that's why. Simple as hell. Instant coffee, sugar, hot water, whipped within an inch of its life until it's light and airy, like a cloud you can drink. People were going bonkers for this, posting pictures left, right, and center. It was the perfect pick-me-up during those dark times. You see, it's all about the visuals. That gorgeous layered look with the coffee perched precariously on top of the milk. It's food porn at its finest. And the best part? It tastes as good as it looks. That creamy, frothy coffee blended with the cold milk. It's a match made in heaven. Even a bunch of incompetent fools could nail this one. It's that easy. And in a world where everyone wants to be a food blogger, an easy recipe with stunning results is pure gold. People love to show off their culinary skills, even if those skills are as basic as whisking some instant coffee. And let's not forget the power of social media. One video goes up, and boom! Everyone's jumping on the bandwagon, trying it out for themselves and sharing their own versions. It's like a culinary chain reaction. Dalgona coffee, you were a lockdown lifesaver. You might have been simple, but you brought a little bit of joy to a world that desperately needed it. Now let's move on to the next viral sensation before I lose my mind. Next up, we've got cloud bread. Now this one might sound like something out of a fairy tale, but trust me, it's as real as the wrinkles on my arse. This bread, or should I say cloud, took social media by storm with its fluffy texture and vibrant colors. I mean, who wouldn't want to eat a rainbow for breakfast? The beauty of cloud bread lies in its simplicity. It's basically just egg whites, whipped to high heaven, with a few other bits and bobs thrown in for good measure. You wouldn't believe how something so simple could be so damn delicious. It's like biting into a cloud, I tell you. Light, airy, and with a subtle sweetness that'll have you coming back for more. And the colors? Don't even get me started on the colors. People were going mental, adding food coloring and creating these psychedelic masterpieces. But it wasn't just the taste and the looks that made cloud bread go viral. It was the fact that it was gluten-free. Finally, a bread alternative that wasn't as dry as a mouthful of sawdust. People with gluten intolerance rejoiced. They could finally enjoy a slice of bread, or should I say, a cloud, without feeling like they were being punished for their dietary restrictions. And just like Dalgona coffee, cloud bread was ripe for the social media age. It photographed beautifully, with its puffy texture and vibrant hues, making it the perfect subject for countless Instagram posts and TikTok videos. So there you have it, cloud bread, the gluten-free Instagram-worthy treat that took the world by storm. It just goes to show, sometimes the simplest things are the most delicious and the most shareable. Right, let's talk about pancake cereal, the trend that proved once and for all that size doesn't matter. Who needs giant American-style pancakes when you can have a bowl full of these mini marvels? This is breakfast reimagined, deconstructed, and frankly, bloody brilliant. You see, it's all about taking something familiar and turning it on its head. Pancakes, dull, pancake cereal, now you're speaking my language. It's playful, it's creative, and most importantly, it tastes bloody amazing. Picture this. You've got a bowl full of these tiny fluffy pancakes, swimming in a pool of maple syrup, topped with your favorite fruits, nuts, or whatever else tickles your fancy. It's like a party in your mouth and everyone's invited, and the best part, it's so easy, even a donkey could make it. Just whip up your favorite pancake batter, pour it into a squeeze bottle, and pipe out tiny dollops onto a hot griddle. Cook them up until they're golden brown and fluffy, and boom, you've got yourself a bowl of happiness. But what really sent this trend into the stratosphere was the customization. People weren't just settling for plain old pancake cereal. They were adding their own unique twists. We're talking chocolate chips, sprinkles, fruit compote, you name it. It was like a blank canvas for culinary creativity, and the results were nothing short of spectacular. Pancake cereal, you were the breakfast revolution we didn't know we needed. You took the mundane and made it magical, and for that, we salute you. Now let's talk about feta pasta, the dish that proved that sometimes the simplest ideas are the most bloody delicious. This recipe is so easy, it's almost embarrassing. You basically chuck a block of feta into a baking dish with some cherry tomatoes, drizzle it with olive oil, and let the oven work its magic. How could something so simple be so damn good? Well, let me tell you, it's all about the quality of the ingredients. You need a good quality block of feta cheese, the kind that melts down into a creamy, tangy dream. And those cherry tomatoes? They need to be bursting with flavor, ready to release their sweet juices all over the feta. Once it's all cooked down, you're left with this glorious mess of creamy feta, roasted tomatoes, and garlicky olive oil. Just give it a good stir, toss in your cooked pasta, and you've got yourself a meal fit for a king. But what really made this recipe go viral was its versatility. People weren't just sticking to the basic recipe, they were adding their own twists and turns. Some added spinach for a touch of green, others threw in some chorizo for a spicy kick. The possibilities were endless. Feta pasta, you were the culinary gift that kept on giving. You were simple, you were delicious, and you were adaptable to any palate. You proved that sometimes the best things in life are the simplest. And finally, we come to the granddaddy of all viral food trends, sourdough bread. This ancient bread, made with nothing but flour, water, and a whole lot of patience, became the poster child for lockdown baking. Suddenly, everyone and their grandmother was nurturing their own sourdough starter like it was a bloody pet. But why sourdough? What made this bread so special? Well, for starters, sourdough bread is bloody delicious. It's got this tangy, complex flavor that you just can't replicate with commercial yeast. It's the kind of bread that makes you want to savor every bite, to close your eyes and let the flavors transport you to a simpler time. But sourdough is more than just bread. It's a labor of love. It takes time, dedication, and a whole lot of patience to cultivate a healthy sourdough starter and bake a perfect loaf. And in a time when the world felt uncertain and chaotic, sourdough provided a sense of comfort, control, and accomplishment. People were sharing their sourdough journeys online, documenting every step from feeding their starter to scoring their loaves. It was like a global support group for amateur bakers, all united by their love of this ancient bread. Sourdough bread, you were the culinary symbol of hope during a time of uncertainty. You brought people together, taught them the value of patience, and filled their homes with the comforting aroma of freshly baked bread. And for that, we thank you. Well, there you have it, the top 5 viral cooking videos that took the internet by storm. From whipped coffee to homemade bread, these recipes prove that food has the power to connect us, inspire us, and bring us a little bit of joy, even in the toughest of times. So, what are you waiting for? Get your arses in the kitchen and start cooking. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing recipes and cooking tips. Let us know in the comments which viral recipe you tried or want to try next. Until next time, keep those ovens hot and those knives sharp.